and welcome to another video. Today is Wednesday 24th of August 2016 and in tonight's video I'm going to look ahead and preview day 1 of the 2016 PDC TABTouch Perth Darts Masters, which is going to take place on Thursday the 25th of August 2016. It's going to start at 6:30 PM Perth time. And we're going to see 8 matches take place on day 1, which is the last 16 stage. Now, all the matches on day 1 are over the best of 11 leg format. So the first match we'll see is James Wade take on Szabo. Now, both of these players got a point to prove. Both players lost in the last 16 of the Sydney Darts Masters last week. Now, James had a surprise loss to Rhys Mathieson by 6 legs to 5. Szabo had a poor average in his match with Adrian. He wanted to improve that by about 5 or 6 points in this match with James Wade. So what do I think is going to happen in this match? I think that James Wade will be too strong for Szabo in this match. I think James Wade will win this match by 6 legs to 3 over Szabo. The second match of the evening sees Dave Chisnall take on Kokiri. Now, I think this should be an exciting match. If Koha plays like he did the last time he played on TV against Steve Beaton, he had a little bit about him. It was only really the set play that made the scoreline look so wide at 3-0 to Steve Beaton. And he takes on Dave Chisnall. It'll be interesting to see if Dave Chisnall gets out the blocks quick in this match, because last week he didn't get out the blocks too quickly in his match. He was a slow starter in his first round match, and the average showed that. So what do I think is going to happen in this match? I think that Dave Chisnall will beat Koha by 6 legs to 2 in this match. I think that Dave will get a fast start in this match, and I don't think that Koha will be able to keep up with him at that start he gets. The next match sees Peter Wright take on Adam Rowe. Now, Adam Rowe's the unknown package in this. He'll have to improve from last year's performance at the Perth Darts Masters, which I think he will do. So I think that will be down to a lot of nerves, but hopefully we'll see a lot better performance by Adam. Now, we know what we're going to get from Peter Wright. We'll get an average about 100. And it'll be consistently about that mark in this match. So what do I think is going to happen in this match? I think that Peter Wright will be too strong for Adam in this match. I think Peter Wright will win this match by 6 legs to 2. The next match I'm going to talk about sees Adrian take on David Platt. Now, David Platt was very, very poor in his match against Gary Anderson last week, losing first round by 6 legs to 3. And he takes on Adrian Lewis. Now, Adrian was not a bad performance against Szabo. If he replicates that performance, he should have a comfortable win here against David Platt. And I'm going for Adrian Lewis to win this match by 6 legs to 1 over David Platt. The next match sees Phil Taylor take on Cadby. This is a repeat of last week's match, so it'll be interesting to see what happens if Phil Taylor will do the same this week, and if Cadby plays up to the same levels he did last week. He's young and inexperienced as Corey, so it'll be interesting to see if he can replicate the performance at back-to-back weeks. I think that Phil Taylor will have too much for Corey in this match, and I think that Phil Taylor will win this match by 6 legs to 3 again over Cadby, repeating his performance last week and the same result. The next match we're going to talk about sees Gary Anderson take on Kim Lewis. Now, these two played before last year, and Gary Anderson won by 6 legs to 0. Now, it'll be interesting to see which Gary Anderson turns up. He'll have to be a lot better than he did against his first round match. And although he scored very well in his second round match, he was just completely a difference. Phil Taylor was taking out 12 darters when Gary was more 15, and that's just the high level that darts has became these days. So what do I think is going to happen in this match? I think it's a very, very comfy win for Gary Anderson in this match, and I think Gary Anderson will have the first whitewash of this year's competition, win this match by 6 legs to 0. The penultimate game of the evening sees Michael van Gerwen take on Kyle Anderson. Now, these two played last week in the quarter final, after Kyle Anderson had beat Raymond van Barneveld. Now, it'll be interesting to see how these two play over the shorter format. They've played quite recently a few times, and Michael van Gerwen's won more times than he's lost. So I think that Michael van Gerwen had a little bit too much for Kyle Anderson this match. I think that just consistency, leg on leg pressure was too much for Kyle Anderson, and I think that Michael Van Gerwen will win this match by 6 legs to 4 over Kyle Anderson. I think it will go 4 each, and I think Michael Van Gerwen will step on the power and win the last 2 legs in this match. The last match of the evening sees Raymond van Barneveld take on Simon Whitlock. Now, Raymond's not really interested this week in this competition. I don't think his mind's really on the World Series this year. I don't think he will want to qualify. I think he has qualified in 8th position, but I don't think he's really interested in qualifying. And he takes on Simon Whitlock. Now, Simon Whitlock will want to impress a home crowd after having disappointed last week in Sydney, having lost 6-2 to Peter Wright. And this is his chance to make things right to the Australian crowds. And I think Simon Whitlock will beat the seeded player in this match by 6 legs to 5. I think we'll have a very, very close match, but I think Simon Whitlock will win this match by 6 legs to 5. Now we've came to the end of the video. I've got one more point to talk about, and it's the draw. I really, really don't get this draw. Why? The number 1 seed, if he wins, will play the number 6 seed. It really should be number 1 seed plays number 8 seed. And Phil Taylor's down the bottom, he's number 3 seed, and he's taking on the number 7 seed. It should be the number 3 seed takes on the number 6 seed. He should be taking on Dave Chisnall if Dave Chisnall was to get through. It's really messed up. It's really in the wrong order. It should be 1 versus 8 in the quarterfinals, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, and 4 versus 5. That's my complaint about this draw. It really, really should be changed. In future years in the World Series, I noticed this last week in Sydney and didn't mention it, but I'm really going to mention it in this video because it really does annoy me that it's not 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, and so forth in the quarter-final stage. That's how the draw should be run in my ideas. So hopefully the PDC are listening. Probably not, but if they are listening, I hope they take on board my suggestion with that. So with that, that's the end of this video. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up on the video. If you want to leave any feedback on this video, you can do so via the YouTube comment section below, or via my Twitter, which is in the link in the description below, or via the Tungsten Tackle website, via Facebook or via Twitter. And until tomorrow when I preview day 2 of the PDC 2016 Perth Darts Masters, I will see you then. Goodbye.